And they're all in line. We are ready for a start. They're off in the Breeders' Cup turf. Glorious Empire goes immediately to the early lead, and Channel Maker is sent along on the inside, so these two are 1-2 early on, and Enable is right behind them, and now High Happy goes into the mix too. Then it's Robert Bruce, Talismanic on the inside, and Hunting Horn. Magical is in behind them, 5.5 lengths off the lead, then Quarteto de Cortes, followed by Arklow on the inside of Waldgeist. Liam the Charmer is next, and Sadler's Joy trails. The first quarter was 24.65 seconds for Glorious Empire, who leads Channel Maker by 3/4 of a length, heading into the stretch for the first time. High Happy is perched outside of them, running in third position as they straighten out. And then it's Talismanic, last year's winners. Don on the inside, 5 lengths off the lead. Enable's in between horses. Hunting Horn is there on the outside. And then comes Robert Bruce, followed by the other filly in the race, Magical, who's 6 lengths off the lead. Waldgeist is next, and then comes Arklow. They continue through a 49.11 half mile. And then it's back to Liam the Charmer, Quarteto de Cortes, and the trailer is Sadler's Joy. Glorious Empire on top as they make their way into the clubhouse turn. Channel Maker continues to be the closest pursuer in second, and High Happy is third. And then on the inside is Talismanic. Enable is fifth right now, and she's 5.5 lengths off the lead. 3/4 up in 1:14.22. Solid enough on this going as they head on to the back stretch. Hunting Horn is outside of Enable. Now they're moving together, and they're about 3.5 lengths off the lead. And just ahead of Magical, who right to the outside of her has Robert Bruce. And then it's Waldgeist. On the inside comes Arklow. So they continue up the backstretch, and it's been Glorious Empire all the way so far. Channel Maker is second, High Happy is third. Meanwhile, Enable at this stage of the race is seventh, and she's 3 lengths off the lead, running in behind horses, moving for the far turn. Let's see where she goes from here. Around the turn they go, and High Happy has taken the lead. Hunting Horn is second, and now Frankie Dettori brings Enable to the outside of them, and here she comes up for the lead as they come to the top of the stretch. Magical's moving with her, and she got an inside run, and they're into the stretch, and the two fillies are 1-2, Magical and Enable, and they kick on from Sadler's Joy. It's Enable on the outside, in the center of the turf course. She has taken the lead, and she's pulling away from Magical, who continues to battle her though. It's these two, 1-2 down to the finish. Enable and Magical, and they're well clear of the others. Racing Royalty, Enable, and Frankie Dettori. The ARC winner is the Breeders' Cup Turf winner too. Magical was second. It was a long way back to Sadler's Joy and Arklow. Enable has done it.
Mike, thank you very much. And the presentation now for the $4 million Longines Breeders' Cup Turf. And to help with the presentation, joined by the Chief Executive Officer of Breeders' Cup Limited, Mr. Craig Fravel, and the President of the NBC Sports Group, John Miller. Gentlemen, welcome. And once again, joined by Teddy Grimthorpe from Juddmonte Farms, Frankie Dettori, a double for him on Breeders' Cup Day, and a Breeders' Cup Turf success for John Gosden with the brilliant Enable. 5 beautiful Longines timepieces to give as well. What a popular victory, Craig.
Well, Nick, you know, the Longines, the official timekeeper of the Breeders' Cup, loves the ladies, and we're so proud to be able to present this trophy to Prince Khalid Abdullah and the Juddmonte operation. What a wonderful filly, what a wonderful memory for all these people. 2-time winner of the Arc de Triomphe, and now the Breeders' Cup Turf. So we're very grateful for your sportsmanship in bringing her here with the best of international racing.
And I'd ask John if you could pass the trophy to Lord Grimthorpe. Teddy, we spoke after Expert Eye's victory in the mile, but this must be even more special for you. The first horse in history to win the Arc and the Breeders' Cup Turf in the same season, and a filly as well. What were you thinking when Frankie and Ryan Moore were going head-to-head up the straight?
I was yelling for Frankie. It was just too much. Everything that's gone into this whole year has been just so emotional and a roller coaster ride. And for Prince Khalid to have a 4th generation Juddmonte bred filly to do this and into history is just really special.
It's what the Breeders' Cup is all about. Frankie said he gets emotional riding her. You were emotional watching it. John, I can't think you've trained too many horses that you have such a close personal attachment to.
No, she's a magnificent filly with great mental strength, and she showed the courage today. We've had a very difficult preparation all year. It's simply a miracle that she's here, let alone to win the Arc and then to come here and do it. It's very much down to the filly and the man who bred her. Prince Khaled, owner breeder. I mean, he knows these families backwards, and she showed enormous courage, beating a magnificent filly in Magical, who was most impressive at Ascot. And it was quite a long way back to the third, so I think it tells you high class the race was.
It was a very high-class race. The one question now, Teddy Grimthorpe, dare we be greedy and expect to see her again next year after what she's achieved? So I think somebody's quite keen on the idea.
Yes, say yes. I'll say it for you, yes.
Luckily, it's not my decision. Prince Khaled will have a very happy time thinking about what he wants to do with this filly. And really, everybody always wants more. And of course, we want more of Enable. But equally so, we have to do the right thing by her.
So undecided at present.
Absolutely.
Mr. Dettori has 3 children going to college. He'd be very keen. She stays in training.
She is the ATM. Enable wins the $4 million Breeders' Cup Turf presented by Longines. Frankie John, Lord Grimthorpe, congratulations, Mike.